Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So like you all know that in the previous C++ video we have covered up many of the things using C++ language, and I hope you enjoyed all the videos which we have covered up yet in this C++ tutorial series. And now in this C++ tutorial series today we will be just covering up a really different tutorial here, because in this video I will be telling you about algorithm. So from start to end I'll be telling you that basically what is algorithm in C++, how to use it, why we use it, and what's the purpose to use algorithm. All the things we'll be covering up in this tutorial video of C++. So I hope you'll be understanding that what is algorithm in C++, how we use it. So if you understand this video and if you enjoyed this video from start to end, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell as well, so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and like I've told you in the start that today in this video I'll be telling you about algorithms, that basically what are algorithms and how we can use it and what's the purpose to use algorithms. So if we talk about that what we have learned in the previous videos, so in the previous chapters you have learned that data structure are like vectors, lists, etc., and that are used to store and organize data. Then if we talk about algorithms, that what are algorithms, so basically algorithms are used to solve problems by sorting, searching and manipulating data structures. The algorithm library provides many useful functions to perform these tasks with iterators. To use these functions, you must include the algorithm header file, include the algorithm library, hashtag include algorithm. So normally if we talk about algorithm, basically as I told you here, like algorithm are used to solve problem by sorting, searching and manipulating data structure. You can also say like it is a second term of data structure algorithm, and if you want to use algorithm you need to include algorithm library, or you can say algorithm header file, like we were doing in vector, list and arrays. So like that, if we want to use algorithm, so C++ provides an algorithm library which is useful with many functions, and it can also perform these tasks with iterators. So that's really amazing thing, and we have already learned about iterators in previous video. So we will be using iterators here as well, because if you talk about algorithm, which is a second term of data structure, so here when we are using algorithm or we are including algorithm header file, so with algorithms we need to use iterators as well, so we can make it more productive, or you can say we can make it more useful with functions to perform these tasks, and that's the thing which we use with iterators. So if we talk about that how you can sort algorithms or sorting algorithms, so to sort elements in a data structure you can use sort function. The sort function takes iterators, typically a start iterator returned by begin and end iterator returned by end as parameters. So it is saying me that if you want to sort elements in a data structure which you are using in algorithm, so you can use sort function there, and sort function takes iterators. We have already learned about iterators, but if you haven't, so you can check out my previous video in which I have told you everything about iterators, that basically what are iterators and how to use it. So simply if you want to use algorithm, or if you want to sort algorithm in a data structure, so for that you need to use iterators here, and typically it is a start iterator and it is returned by begin, and end iterator returned by end function. And the parameters you can create like this, like if I'm using vector as an algorithm, or if I'm using vector as a sorting algorithm, so I can create a vector by writing the vector name, and after that I'll be writing the type of my vector, like I'm creating a string or integer. I'm creating a string, so that's why I've written the type as a string, and after that I've given my vector name as cars, and in this vector I have stored values, or you can say in this algorithm I have stored 4 values, which is Volvo, BMW, Ford and Mazda, and these 4 are the value of cars, or you can say these are 4 car names which I have written, because I am creating a car string or car algorithm, you can say. Then if we talk about that how we can sort these things here, so that we can work with our sorting algorithm, so for that you need to use this sort function, like here I have told you in start, and in that function I will be writing cars.begin. And why I'm writing this begin, so it should be just sorting all my values from start. So in begin we are getting first value is Volvo, so first of all it will be sorting this Volvo value, then in the end we are getting this Mazda. So now the function will sort this end function which we are getting here as a parameter, because as I am writing this cars.end in sort function, so that we can sort elements in a data structure. So this AND function will be sorted here in this string value, and then we will be getting the output. And by default the elements are sorted in ascending order. In the example above, the elements are sorted alphabetically since they are strings. If we had a vector of integers, they would be sorted numerically. Like I'm using a vector of a string, so that's why it will be sorting their elements alphabetically. But if you're using integers, so it will be just sorted numerically. Like first of all, you will be getting 1 2 3 4 like this. It will be moving on and on. So here we are using strings, but if you want to use with integer, you can do that same thing with integer as well. So you will be getting more good, you can say, a mindset that if you are using same thing with integer, so how we are getting all the elements, or you can say all the string values sorted in the output. Then if we see how to reverse the order, so to reverse the order you can use r begin and r end instead of begin and end, because by using this begin and end you can only do, like, you can just sort the value from start and end. But if we use this r begin and r end, it will be sorting the values from reverse. Like it will be sorting our values, the first value which we have written Volvo, it will be sorting the Volvo value with the reverse value which we are using, or you can say with the reverse order. It will be sorting my first Volvo value, and the last value which we have written as Mazda, it will be setting that value also in the reverse order, which will be as r end. And the last value which we have written in our string is Mazda, so it will be sorting this Mazda value with r end, which means reverse end, instead of begin and end which we were using here at the top with the string values. Then if we talk about that, to only sort specific elements, you could write this thing here. If you want to only sort the specific elements which you are using in your string or in your algorithm. Then if we talk about that, how we can search algorithms, so to search for specific elements in a vector, you can use the find function here, and it takes 3 parameters. First is start, second is iterator, and third is end iterator. So these are the 3 parameters which you can use in a specific element in a vector. And the value, where the value is to search for, so the search value which you will be getting will be like search for the number 3 numbers. If you want to do that, you can just create a vector and then you can just search for number 3. If you have written number 3 in your string, you will be normally getting that in the output if you are writing correct code to find the function or find the string value. Then to search for the first element that is greater than a specific value, you can use the upper bound function here. If you want to search for the first element that is greater than a specific value which you are writing, and find the first value greater than 5 in numbers. If you want to do that, you can use this example here. Then the upper bound function is typically used on sorted data structures. That's why we first sort the vector in example above. So it is just saying me that the upper bound function which you are using is typically used on sorted data structure. Like if I am sorting a data structure, it will be not used there. If I have already sorted the data structure, then I'm using upper bound function, so it will be using there. And that's why we first sort the vector in the example above, and then we will be moving forward to use this upper bound function. And if we talk about that, to find the smallest element in a vector, you have to use min element function. Like if I am creating a string, or if I'm creating an algorithm, and if I want to find the smallest element in my vector in my string, so for that I will be using this min element function here. Like here I have created auto id equal to min element, and after that I have written the name of my numbers, because I'm using numbers here. Like if you're not using any integer value, if you're using a string value, so you have to just write a string dot begin, but I'm writing my vector name as numbers, so that's why I'm writing numbers here as well. You can give any name to your vector. You can give cars, you can give fruits, you can give vegetables. Like if I'm creating a string of fruits, so I will be writing here fruits as name of my vector, so that I will be not confused here. And if you are creating numbers, or if you are writing integer values here, so you can normally write your vector name or any string name. You can also create a string, or you can also create a you can say a list array as well, but I'm creating vector here, so that's why I'm writing my vector name as numbers, because I am storing integer values in my curly braces, or you can say in my elements here. So if we talk about that, to find the largest element, what we have to use, so to find the largest element you have to use max element function here. So to use max element function, we will be using the similar method like we were using in min element. So simply just difference will be that you need to just write max element in the place of min element, and after that all the things will be remaining same as we were doing in min element. And that's the way to find the largest element, by using max element function. So if you want to modify algorithm, so how you can do that? To copy elements from one vector to another, you can use copy function here. So this copy function which I'm talking about, it can be only used in algorithm. You cannot use it in vector, array or list, which we have learned in the previous videos. So if you want to modify algorithm, if you want to copy element from one vector to another, you can use copy function there. And how you can do that, you can just see this example, that how we are using this copy function there, and how we are getting all these elements filled by the number vectors within the value 55, or you can say 35 here it is written. You can also use some different values if you want to use here. So what I'm going to do is, first I will be including this algorithm library here, so that I can use all the algorithms which we have seen down and we can work with it. So I will be copying this thing now, and then I will be moving on to my Google Chrome. And like you all know that in the previous video we were using our Replit IDE in this C++ series, so that's why here as well I will be using my Replit IDE now. So here I will be opening my Replit like this. Just you can refresh it if it is not working. So what I'm going to do is, now I will be just moving on to my file again here, and I will be just opening Replit like this, because I think it is not working here when I'm directly opening it. So I will be just opening from the link here. Alright, so it is just having this thing. What I'm going to do is, now I will be trying it with the Opera browser. I'll be just moving here now. I'll be leaving it, then move on to your browser again, and here I will be now opening Replit from here, so we can check that it's working or not. So I'll be opening it now, and after opening, you can just see, you can just log in here if you want to, or if you have already logged in, so you don't have to do that, because if you have already logged in, you will be getting all the things working here. So what I'm going to do is, now I will be removing this thing from here, and then if I move Replit here as well again, so we are again getting this thing here. Now I will be just moving on to my Word document again, which we were working on, and like here we have copied this include algorithm. So I will be removing this here, moving on to this file, and I will be just moving here like this. So what I'm going to do is, now I will be just doing here like this, and now if we talk about this algorithm, so you will be getting all the things working here, don't worry about that. So I will be just moving here, and now I will be just down, I'll be moving down. And if we talk about that, how you can use algorithm, like how you can sort algorithm, so like I've told you that you can use sort function there, which takes iterators, and you can typically start a iterator by returning the begin and the end iterator, like we have returned with the and as parameter. So the example which you can see here is, like we are creating a vector in which we have written the vector name as car. So you can give any other name up to your vector as well if you want to, but I have given here the vector name as car. So it is taking some time. I think my internet speed is not working, so I have to check for that. You can just see internet is working, but I think that it's having some problems with here. So what I'm going to do is, now like I'll be just moving forward with that. So now, like as I told you that in sorting algorithm, we have just learned that this is a other type of data structure. You can say it is a second term of data structure, and like this you can work on sorting algorithm. So now when you've done this all things, you have to do just another thing, like so now here we are on the Replit IDE, and like I've told you that we have started here, and now what I'm going to do is, I'll be removing all the things here. And now, like today in this video, I'm telling you about, like today we are working on algorithm, so I will be just writing here algorithm like this. And now what I'm going to do is, I will be just pressing enter here to save this file here, and after doing that, you can just see we are getting all the things. I'll be pasting the thing which I have copied, include algorithm, so that I can work with this algorithm header file now. And then I will be also including IOStream here, so I will be writing include IOStream like this. And after doing this thing, what I'm going to do is, now I will be just moving down, because I have to write using namespace std as well, which is another important starting code when we are using C++. Then I'll be writing init main, which is a class, and in this class I will be adding all the things which I need to use in algorithm. So I will be just moving on to my file here, and after that I will be just moving at the top and down. I will be moving here, and now here I will be just doing like I'll be copying this vector, and I want to sort this vector here, so that's why I'm using this sort function here. Now moving on to my Replit IDE, I'll be pasting this thing and I'll be running it. If I run these all things here, so you can see we are getting an error. And why we are getting this error? Because we are not running this vector with this string, so that's why we are getting this error here like this. So here I will be just moving on to my Word document again, and then I will be just moving here, and I want to sort these values. So for doing that, I will be just moving down, and I will be just moving here like this. So if you want to do that, you can just use the fill number values as well, and if you want to copy the algorithms, you can use the copy value as well. So I will be just copying these all things here to use these things. Then I will be moving on to my Word document again, and I'll be pasting these things here. Then if I run it to check, so you can just see again we are getting this error, and this error is because if you have not downloaded the vector library, you can download it from here, or if you have already, so you'll be not getting this error, and when you will be running, you will be getting all the things running in the output. You can use list, you can use some other examples as well. If you are not happy with vector, you can use list here, q, dq, which we have learned in the previous videos. So I hope you understand that how we can use algorithms in C++ and what are the purpose to use algorithm, what is the purpose to use it, and basically how we are using it from start. So if you have understand this video and if you enjoyed that how we are using algorithm in C++, remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel. So I'll be meeting you next tutorial or in next video of C++ from start. So for today, goodbye.